Hi, my name is Gaynor and this is my blog, Sex and the Signposts. Welcome. My blog's predominantly about dating younger men or the world of dating as an older single woman. And I wrote a blog recently about the phenomenon which has become part and parcel of my daily life, which is receiving the dreaded willy picture from anyone that I happen to be talking to online. And now many years have passed since I started online dating, and I was very shocked in the first few instances of finding that every time I handed my number over, I would get a picture of the young man's appendage in all its wonderful glory, whether I'd asked for it or not. And at first this was amusing, but as the collection grew and more, pictures arrived in all shapes, sizes and positions, I became a little bit tired of it, and it became a sort of a thing that, in fact, the people that send you quite often these pictures of their most important asset, actually you don't often follow through. You don't often get to meet them. There were occasions when you did, but it was rare. My friends were always fascinated. I'd go anywhere and my phone would be grabbed, and then they'd be scrolling through, oh, which have you got any new ones, and so on. And it was a big joke. And in the end, I just got a bit tired of it, I suppose, a bit jaded. So I sort of have rules now that please don't send me a picture of that, until I know you. If I've had the pleasure of said appendage, then it makes it slightly different. If I'm familiar with the landscape, then a picture of it doesn't offend me. But when I don't even know who you are and I've not looked you in the eye, sending me that really isn't going to make me want to, rip your clothes off or meet you immediately. It's just going to sort of think, oh, here we go, it's another one of those. So a word of wisdom to the younger men out there, well, and the older ones, if older ones go for it, but I do think it's rather more likely to be a younger man that does this. I don't know why, it just seems to be part and parcel of the way it is. It would be wiser to keep your trousers firmly zipped up and save that for later. I mean, from my personal point of view, it spoils the surprise. Who wants to know, what everyone has? I know it's very much the norm now for quite sexually explicit pictures to be exchanged, and I think within a relationship, or at least somebody that you're seeing, that's fine. That's do what you want. But before you've even spoken to the person or met them, you suddenly get this picture of often it's a full frontal, it might just be bits of it, and there's nothing attractive about it, guys. It doesn't inspire us. We might go, wow, there's a big one, but really, unless you've got a nice personality and a brain, and you're a nice guy, we're never going to get to see that, because you're not, you've already closed the door more or less by sort of shoving that in our faces, and that's almost like what it feels like. It feels like a slap in the face. Hopefully not literally with the willy. And I was in such despair, having received just on my Instagram account, by personal message, people I didn't even know around the world had been sending me pictures, putting little comments underneath. Apparently, if you put you're an older single woman and you go out and you enjoy yourself, then you definitely need to see what I've got in my trousers. That seems to be the yardstick. That I had this T-shirt made, which I don't know if you can see, and obviously it says, please don't send me a picture of your dick. And I must admit, since it's gone up, they have lessons, so they are reading them. They can read. It's all great. So that people are actually listening. So at least it's helping to some degree. It didn't stop me getting one the other day, but to be fair, the poor guy probably never seen the T-shirt. And this was on Facebook. We were talking on Messenger, and the next thing I knew, the picture arrived, and there it was, all of it, all of him without his head, a headless torso. I'm not knocking it. He had a lovely body, and of course you're only going to get people that have got lovely bodies sending you their bits, but it was all a bit too much, especially as I was out at the time over lunch, with people that wouldn't be interested in seeing that, and you have to sort of, I nearly choked on my olives. It was, oh my goodness. But as much as we like the male form, I think it's fair to say that we like to see it in private when we're ready to see it. And why spoil the surprise? So please, guys, don't send us a picture of your willy. We don't want to see it yet. Thank you. Take care. Bye.